This is WR's Run It Back. I'm one-on-one Chris, and let's recap some of last night's action. Let's start off on the PS5 side of the bracket in a best of 5 between Longnecks and Firesticks Gaming. Zerg will kick things off for us here, getting the steal and finishing off this fast break, finding the open man to finish the play. On the very next possession, it's Czar's turn as he forces the turnover, and Firesticks are off and running the other way with Capelot finishing the possession and hitting the corner 3. That suffocating defense carries into the second frame. Check out this intense teamwork on the press. With the 8-second clock ticking down, Radiant throws the closest pass. Rel swipes it away before Capelot finishes off what he started. More of the same to close out the half. Firesticks activate their team takeover, force another turnover, and cram it down for 2 to close out the half and take a lead into the lockers in Game 1. Despite this, the Longnecks stay within striking distance, and it's due to plays like this from two of the 2K League's best, Radiant and Walnut, hooking up for a ridiculous one-arm alley through traffic. However, Firesticks would just go on to outwork their opponents. Watch as Czar grabs the offensive rebound, kicks it back out, and then relocates from the strong side and finishes off the play with a corner 3 to extend their lead to 13. Firesticks would go on to win Game 1, 62-45. Let's fast forward to Game 3 with Firesticks up 2-0 in the series and looking for the sweep. Both teams get off to a slow start, shooting a combined 3 for 14. However, Longnecks showing signs of life here, again led by their NBA 2K League stable of players. Radiant drills that corner 3 before Walnut throws down a pair of dunks to force Firesticks into 2 early timeouts. With things tightening up late in the fourth, the Longnecks force a huge turnover here, and Demon JT throws it down to put his team up 1 possession. Now, he'd missed the ensuing free throw, but Longnecks with another chance to put this game away, and Burn is met at the rim by a swarm of defenders and isn't able to finish the dunk. With seconds remaining on the clock, miscommunication here on defense leads to a wide open 3 for Rigby, who sinks it and sends the game into overtime. Now let's watch that back one more time. Rigby takes the ball, has to give it up, and Rel, knowing he's down by 3, makes the obvious pass, and Firesticks Gaming gets the miracle they were looking for, and in overtime, the Longnecks just couldn't recover, and Firesticks reignited their defense to complete the sweep. The Longnecks were limited to 0 points in overtime. Rel averaged a double-double, but also displayed great playmaking throughout, especially on that final 3 to Rigby. Czar and the rest of the team defense did a stellar job as well, and Firesticks move on to the semifinals to take on Bright Lights. Let's move on to the other side of the PS5 bracket, Rise Above taking on Perceive Reality. Killy gets it started, throwing up a 3 with a few hands in his face and rattles it down. Now Rise Above's lead guard, Antoine Love, hits a 3 of his own on the next possession, and this back and forth theme would be prevalent throughout. With time ticking down, Killy again will hit this drifting jumper to put Perceive Reality up 5 after 1. Back to Antoine, sensing momentum shifting for his team, shows off excellent patience and ball handling, probes the defense, and finishes with this throwdown. More of the same, this time with takeover, bodies jumping all around, calmly hits the 3. Antoine Love with 17 of Rise Above's 27 points in the first half, shooting 50% from the field. PR sensing danger here, overloads on Antoine, but this opens up his teammates and Mario gets the easy 2. Sees not to be undone, reaches into his bag and pulls out a nasty step back 3 and greens it for the finish. Skip to the fourth, Antoine throws a dot to the corner and Flacco ties it up at 45. Still tied, and let's give the defense some love here. Deadeye meets Antoine at the rim and denies him to keep it tied at 47. Sees with his team down 2, decides to give that same corner a try, and this time PR with the go-ahead 3. In the dying seconds, Perceive Reality is unable to put it away, and racing back to the other end, they get the foul to reset side out. Now with the game on the line, Antoine receives the pass from out of bounds, sends it off to Gunnar, who throws up a desperation heave, and it's no good. That would be the closest game of the series, and Perceive Reality would go on to win 3-0, advancing to the semifinals to take on In Control.